So welcome back, viewers. Today we are going to open up a Darth Vader Star Destroyer as if it was Christmas morning and it's brand new, because this is an unassembled example which was eventually sold marked down to $4.90, worth quite a bit more today. This was released in 1980 and perhaps the most complex Empire Strikes Back playset at the time. Some of the Hoth playsets, like the Imperial Attack Base, had a few more play features, but was not quite as large. And the Dagobah playset also had more play features, I think, compared to this one. Using the Force magic tricks. But this box art looks really great, in my opinion. You've got the bounty hunters convening there with a meeting of Darth Vader. Got stormtroopers in the control pit. You've got the meditation chamber. You've got a Death Star commander hanging from the ceiling for whatever reason. I guess because Darth Vader was pretty hard on his Imperial officers. Here's the side of the box with charming Kenner line art. A kid picking up and flying the Death Star around. This playset functioned kind of as both a playset and a vehicle, because you could theoretically pick it up and fly it around in pursuit of the Falcon. Here's the bottom of the box. You've got Darth Vader in his meditation chamber. You can strengthen Darth Vader's powers of the Force in the meditation chamber, which is kind of a weird idea that Darth Vader needed this meditation chamber to strengthen his Force powers. Talks with the Grand Vizier. We'll talk more about that. It's kind of a mystery because it's not in the movie. No mention or scene with the Grand Vizier. Here's Darth Vader on his platform, which rotates. The escape hatch for Princess Leia or any Star Wars figure. The escape hatch, which apparently just dumps the figure into outer space. Here's the other side of the box with the authentic photo from Empire Strikes Back. You got Dengar, slimy creature with hands that are not very dexterous. They just kind of stuck his gun in the crotch of his elbow there, because he can't really grip it with those claws. Boba Fett, IG-88, Dengar, and of course Vader. I bought this particular item in about 2010, I think, and I paid about $250 for it on eBay. As I say, it is unassembled, which is really cool, in my opinion. This is one of the things I live for as a collector, is opening up these unassembled items as if you're a kid and you first got them, and you're yet to experience all the fun and adventure. It's like on Christmas morning when you first got them. Here's the instruction sheet and decals. You can, by looking at this instruction sheet with all the various things, tasks that you need to do to put it together, one could kind of sympathize with your parents who maybe kind of dreaded Christmas morning after opening presents and having to assemble these things, because some of them are fairly elaborate. Here's the landing claw. Here are the control pit decals, which are very reminiscent of like an arcade, video arcade decals for the meditation chamber. And look at all these detailed instructions on where to put the stickers. No wonder sometimes stickers got put in the wrong place. The instructions for the landing strut assembly. The escape hatch. Meditation chamber, where Darth Vader strengthens his force use, which is not really detailed in the movie. That's not really fleshed out, but Kenner was taking some creative liberties there, I think, to make it appealing as a toy. So one topic that this toy brings to mind is the aforementioned Grand Vizier, or Grand Vizier. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. And that's who they have Vader communicating with on his holographic screen. And I believe that the Grand Vizier was a character that got cut from Empire Strikes Back. He was sort of a emissary for the Emperor. Like, he was sort of a go-between between Darth Vader and the Emperor. If you go on the internet and Google Grand Vizier, you'll find a lot of character histories about him. There's the caption that talks about Vader communicating with Grand Vizier. But I didn't find too much production history, like about the production of Empire Strikes Back. Actually, I didn't find any notes today when I Googled it. But apparently he was sort of a go-between between Vader and the Emperor, and they cut that out of the movie. Until I researched it, I thought that the Grand Vizier was just a way of referring to the Emperor, but apparently he was another character. So here we go. We will open up the box insert and take a look at all the parts and pieces. So this playset was kind of a composite of different environments combined into one playset, which I think was a pretty clever way of creating a play environment. Some people are very critical of this toy. Think it's kind of cheesy, but I think it's really a clever design to combine different play environments into one. I mean, because you're not going to make a playset to scale of a behemoth Star Destroyer, so you have to figure out a creative way to produce it that's practical for a toy, for a child's toy. Here are the various pieces. There's the escape hatch piece. And again, it sort of functions like it vaguely has the wedge-shaped form of a Star Destroyer that kind of evokes that big pyramid triangular shape in a kid's mind. And it's a playset that you can pick up and fly around in pursuit of the Millennium Falcon. Here's the main assembly and platform for this playset. Like I say, I remember having a lot of lightsaber duels between my Luke Bespin and Darth Vader figures on this playset. For that matter, I think I even used it for the Emperor's throne room and Return of the Jedi lightsaber duels. So this playset required a little bit of imagination in how you utilized it, but you could press it into service, so to speak, to create a variety of different play scenarios with your Star Wars figures. One thing that was different about this playset and, say, the Death Star playset was that the good guys never were on the Star Destroyers, it's just the bad guys. So that kind of confined your play scenarios if you were just strictly going by the movie. But kids are more creative than that, and they come up with different scenarios, or they can visualize that the playset could stand in for Bespin Control Room, or the Bespin Gantry, or even from Return of the Jedi, the Emperor's Throne Room. So we'll pack this back up and save it for another day. I probably look at this, maybe open it up and look at it once a year, and kind of experience the vintage Star Wars goodness. Darth Vader Star Destroyer. Maybe it's a controversial playset. I don't know, but some people think it's really cheesy or are very critical of it, but I couldn't disagree more. I think it's a really awesome playset for the reasons that I've stated in this video, and for the creativity that it triggered kids to have, and how they came up with different play scenarios. Did you have this playset as a kid? Did you have lightsaber duels on it? Please leave a comment. If you like this video, check out my other vintage Star Wars videos, and like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.